Fans are always interested in knowing, because of the logic of our games, you know, as soon as our assassin has the ancestor that leads to Desmond, you know, has the child that leads to Desmond's bloodline, we can't watch that memory anymore. So fans are always curious, like, at what point does it stop? Like, who does he have or she have the child with to continue that bloodline? So because we have Ezio at 52 here, people are going, he's 52 and he hasn't had the kid yet that leads to Desmond. So people want to know that. And of course that doesn't necessarily mean a romance. It could be a one-night stand. But so yeah, fans do want to know these things. So we're going to give it to them this time. We did that in AC2 as well, where you have a brief Altair memory that shows, you know, the conception of one of Altair's children. Right?
Wait a second. Why aren't I following Altair here? I'm stuck here with Maria? Oh shit.
Of course, I mean, I hadn't actually thought of that, but it is a sort of built-in spoiler. You know that you're still playing Ezio, that he hasn't had the child yet.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he hasn't had other kids somewhere, because he's been a ladies' man for a long time, but he hasn't had the one that leads to Desmond, right?
All right. We also mentioned to Falco spoke to us at Gamescom about how Altair and Ezio, they're not related. Is Ezio a descendant of Altair?
He is not a descendant of Altair. A lot of people believe that.
That caused a bit of a stir in the community, because there was a lot of clues, or what people perceived as clues, that they were in the same bloodline. We've actually never said that in the games, but the idea that both of them have eagle sense or eagle vision led them to believe that they were part of the same bloodline. In our games, actually, in the mythology of the Assassin's Creed world, all humans have locked away in them this potential for eagle sense, because we were sort of created by the ones who came before, right? And they just made us and locked this away. But at some point there was some crossbreeding, and the people that have that higher concentrations of that DNA are able to access their eagle vision much more quickly, and some people have it inherently, some of these special people. So that's always been this sort of, at the back of our minds, that's how it works. But we hadn't communicated that well, so it looked like they were in the same bloodline. But the reason that we don't want them to be in the same bloodline is very, very simple. We want Desmond, who's at the apex of all this, we want him to be the convergence of a number of important bloodlines, because he's the container of all these various memories, right? If it was a single bloodline, then that means Desmond's father could have access to all these memories, Desmond's grandfather would have access, so Desmond wouldn't be as special. But if, the assassins come from different sides of the family, then Desmond is the only one who contains all these important memories, and therefore he becomes much more special. And of course, bloodlines get diluted. If it was Altair, and then it went straight to Ezio, whoever Altair married and all these people, the bloodline would get diluted along the way. But if it's a convergence of bloodlines, the line remains strong. This is a scoop you're getting right here, because I've never explained it this clearly before.
This is great stuff.
So I hope fans realize we've done a lot of thinking about this, and this is not just an arbitrary thing. Fans also think that I'm coming in and rewriting everything that Corey May did, but Corey May is still in charge. He's still at Ubisoft, overseeing this whole project with a number of other people. So fans can rest assured the franchise is still in its old good hands.